Hello to you, Bal.
Hello.
If you would like to share the most profound moment in your life.
The minute they diagnosed me, up until then I was crazy.
The age was around...
When I started to complain, I was barely 15 and some, barely 16.
Complain about what?
About ants going all over my body. I couldn't complain about the fact that I couldn't feel my gentle, my pussy actually, because I was religious and the doctor was a man, and I cannot say such things to men. I was virgin then, too. Once upon a time I was virgin, you see, it happens.
And you're feeling that you couldn't feel your body, and you're feeling like ants?
No, not all of my body. From here, all of my body, and it was so strange, it was weird, it was, I don't know, it was different. I was so flexible, I was so shaped, so everything. And suddenly stuff started to mess up. I don't know.
Remember the first time that you were feeling the ants going over your body?
Yeah, and I was praying,
Wow.
davening to God, please make it that tomorrow I can go to work. I was crying, but I couldn't explain it with words because it's unexplainable, because my neighbors was telling me, stop drinking.
Drinking?
Yeah, because I got like a drinking man, woman, doesn't matter. I couldn't go. I was going like Humpty Dumpty. Yeah. They were telling me, stop drinking. I was 17 or so.
Because what your walking was strange suddenly?
Yeah, and I had no balance at all. I was falling like a leaf. I couldn't do nothing.
And you went to your mother, to your father, to your family?
I went to the doctor, and in some point they told me, you are not crazy, but it was like psychosomatic. It was very clever word that I learned in the age of 16.
So they're saying that practically the subtext was, we're not believing you that you are ill.
They weren't believing me at all. Not my parents, not teachers, no one. They haven't believed me.
And well, they were saying, well, you're feeling that there are ants on your skin,
Because
but there are no ants.
Yeah, and then I was lifting. You see, I have it. Or you cannot see it because it's inside of me, if I can say that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then I couldn't hold my pee when I needed to. And then the falling started to come. And then how the way MS goes. Up until I go to Beit Levinstein on a wheelchair.
But at the beginning, before you're going to the biggest hospital in Israel that enables people to overcome most of their obstacles and go to...
I can say that, believe me, only when all the attacks came combined. Up until then, no one believed me on earth. No one.
No one, it means neither your mother,
no one.
Your family?
And then the neurologist, the first neurologist that we ever saw,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what the difference is between neurologists, cardiologist, or gynecology, even, I don't know. מבחינתי, in my part, it was, you are a doctor. You have the, the suit of the God. So you know the best. I couldn't argue about it.
So they were telling you, you have nothing.
I have nothing, yeah.
Please don't bother us.
No. They told me that if one more time I will complain about something, they're going to hospitalize me in the lunatic stuff. And in the movies, it's looking so scary, so frightening, so I don't know. So I never complained again. It was 10 months that I was only at bed, and that's it. I couldn't do nothing. They also, in the work, the boss fired me because the client said that I'm walking slowly and I have fallen.
So how did he react when people started complaining that you are not walking?
He fired me.
Fired you?
Yeah, but after I diagnosed, after the hospital stuff, the ContentoNow, so he just apologized for me. He said, I couldn't guess, I couldn't believe, I couldn't, nothing, because you are a happy person. I'm always smiling, no matter what.
But during
So this was against me, that I'm
a happy,
smiling.
a happy smiling.
I'm
people.
happy always, yeah.
But during those weeks,
Yeah.
month, years,
Years,
around 3 years that
around 3 years.
you were not diagnosed according to your sickness, according to your disease,
No.
and they were saying that it's mental, it's in your head,
Yeah, I'm imagining.
and it's
Actually,
part
I'm
of your
crazy, you know. I'm crazy.
it's
Yeah.
part of your imagination.
Yeah.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry that time.
Even for yourself? Well, you were feeling lost.
Oh, yeah, no, because what good does it do? I mean, it won't change anything. What for? But when I diagnosed, finally, I was very, very happy. Not because I knew what is MS, just because I'm not a lunatic anymore. So it was much important than the, and I didn't know what is MS. No one explained me. There was always talking to my parents or growing ups, you know. I was just a baby, stupid girl that just lost her mind. So no one explained me, but Google did. But this is a huge mistake to do.
But before you started Google around the name of the disease, etc., you said that the most moving part or moment in your life was the moment that you were finally diagnosed.
Yeah.
What happened then?
Oh, relief.
You
You
were
see, I didn't imagine it. I didn't imagine anything. It was true. So I can understand that because it was come and go and come and go. Okay.
Mhm.
But believe kids. Kids can lie day, 2, week, 2, but 3 years? Come on.
So, what happened in that episode? You're going to the doctor, and this doctor, while he's looking on X-rays, exams, your file.
When I was diagnosed,
Mm-hmm. That precise moment.
the MRI.
The MRI.
Yeah, they saw. I didn't need MRI. The neurologist saw it from the very first moment, and I was yelling at my mother. How can you believe for 2 years to your daughter? And then he gave us emergency room.
What you remember were his precise words? What exactly did he say when he diagnosed the disease?
He didn't. He didn't want to tell us what is it. He said, I cannot tell you nothing, but now, urgent, go to hospital. He didn't tell us nothing. He knew. Because the way I walked, it was like worse than Humpty Dumpty. And I just basically couldn't do nothing.
Well, it's like a duck that is trying to.
And even much worse than that, yeah. More than a duck. Lame duck. Yeah.
So you're going with your family to the hospital?
With my mom.
With your mother. And then you're going there. What's happening there?
And then I was a very famous lady. Why? I'm the youngest girl there. And the sad case ever. This is what I know. And back at the times, now I know that there is a kid, 80 years old, who has MS too, and he is a male. And I feel sorry for him, a lot. Sorry for him. If his family do not have money, he should kill himself. This is what I recommend him. Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely. I'm signing on it. Yeah. Matter of fact,
We'll talk about the money issues.
since that moment I had money, I'm much more calm, better, and confident to look at the hills.
Mm-hmm. The new
Ten
shoes, the new
centimeters.
clothes,
Yeah.
the new everything that you can afford today because of the one of the most brave or radical decisions that you took in your life to be independent, financial person, woman, self-employed, against all odds.
Yeah.
But let's stick to that episode in the hospital.
Okay.
You are there with your mother. They knew you for so many times that you came back and forth, but this time it was different. This time,
No, they didn't knew me because back then I was at Schneider,
okay, it was another
the
hospital.
baby's hospital. I
Okay.
mean the teenage hospital.
So you're going to this department in the hospital,
Yeah.
which is responsible of the diagnosis of the brain.
Yeah.
You're stepping in with your mother to the doctor. What the doctor is saying
To me, nothing.
to your mother,
I don't know. I wasn't there. They were talking to her, not to me.
but you were over listening.
Not that much.
And the word that you heard,
This is tough disease.
tough disease,
I will never. It's gonna stay on her, inside of her. It will never gonna pass.
never.
Never ever. I'm gonna die with it. Not from it, with it, which is worse. But never mind.
And the name of the disease,
MS, multiple sclerosis.
MS,
MS, multiple sclerosis.
multiple sclerosis. And you're hearing the words in translation to Hebrew, multiple sclerosis. Does
I
it ring
saw-
any bell?
No, mapitum, no. I saw multiple disease. No, multiple. There is a lot of people,
Ah,
and
so you're sharing the disease.
yeah,
among
there is
many
a lot
people.
of like me.
Uh-huh.
This is why I understood at the first initial hearing. But then I learned that I'm not one of a lot. I'm one of zero.
Because there are no other young women in your age at that time that are suffering from MS, multiple sclerosis.
Yeah. Or suffering at all, because my doctor said no, because kids, they are healthy people usually. And then no, it's not true.
So you were hearing that. What was the reaction or the response of your mother when she heard multiple sclerosis?
When she heard, she was sad, I believe, but it doesn't matter what her, it matters what me. I'm the patient here. I'm suffering all of that. I'm pain. And 18 years old, I'm on a wheelchair. Old men could jump. I'm 18, 3 months and a week. I cannot move. So it was very hard.
You couldn't move because you were feeling that your legs just couldn't stand firmly on the ground.
They did whatever they wanted. And then you can hit your brain as long as you want to, but no.
Like you're asking your legs to stand firm and they just wouldn't listen, wouldn't do what you were asking them.
No.
But
Because the
Absolute-
accents in my brain, my nervous brain, they're stupid. Stop, they're not stupid, but they're unconnected.
so this is the MS.
Yeah.
It's like there something that is disconnecting the
Disconnect-
dots
Yeah, yeah,
in your brain,
that's right.
and therefore you are not capable of taking full responsibility over your body.
It also hurt my vision. That I saw twice. I didn't saw in one eye. I couldn't read in Hebrew, only in English. I couldn't saw color. Stupid disease. I mean, it makes you crazy.
So let's make a short list of all the things that you were suffering. You're saying that your legs, you're walking.
I had ants all over my legs, and then with ears. I had I forgot the name.
Like you couldn't see with the
I
brightly
couldn't-
with your
I
eyes.
couldn't read
You couldn't read
in Hebrew,
in Hebrew.
but in English, yeah.
Okay.
If I wanted to read in Hebrew, I should close one eye or the other. If I want to drive in the car, I need to close one eye too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what did you feel at the very first second that he's saying MS? It means that,
I didn't feel nothing because I didn't know what to say.
but
I was waiting to the doctors fix me, and then I'm gonna be healthy again. What do you mean?
but did you feel any kind of release that it's not mental, it's not
Oh
imaginary?
yeah. It's better to be MS patient than lunatic in my eyes. Back those years.
So there is any strange perspective of feeling more comfortable that you got your faith from the doctors
I can
that for
do-
many years they didn't believe
find
you.
it, and then I sue them for malpractice, and I win. I mean, I got some money. That's it. Because they didn't believe me for 3 years. So their
3
blame.
years.
Almost.
Wow.
It was their blame. Ken, how couldn't you believe me? Why? They told me, because you are skinny, because you're beautiful, because you are smiley, and no one would ever believe, up until today, even doctors cannot know if they don't make me those exams. No one can ever know that I'm disabled, that I'm sick, that I'm crippled. No one can ever know if I'm not telling.
So from your perspective today, you're saying that
It's important to me to say that today I'm much more healthy than ever.
today,
Ever, yeah.
if you had the opportunity to meet today the younger you of the age of 16, of 17, of 18, before you were diagnosed, what would you tell her yourself from your perspective today?
Don't give up. Keep consistent. You're not inventing nothing. And do not drink economic.
Wow.
When I was 22, this is what I did.
We're going to talk about it a bit later on. And if you had a chance to meet again the doctors that didn't diagnose yourself at the early beginning of the age of 16,
What would I like to do?
what would you like to tell them or to do to them?
To slap them. How couldn't you believe me? How couldn't you? The neurologist who tested me when I was 16, he told me to do that and all those things. I was just laughing because very goofy and funny. What do you want from me? Are you stupid? This is what I thought back then.
There are kind of neurologist exams.
Yeah, and go that and do that. And I could do all those things, but what is the connection to the ends all over my body? I couldn't feel my pussy. What is the connection? What is the... I didn't understand it back then.
And you're mentioning that, and you took a very, very...
I took an oath that if when I'm starting to feel it again, I'm not stopping. Fuck.
What do you mean?
Have sex and a lot. Because I was afraid that it will happen again. And it did happen again when I was 19.
But the first time you've tried to feel...
To have sex,
Mhm.
I couldn't feel. It didn't hurt like the rumors are saying. It didn't hurt the way it should.
Because you were not feeling
couldn't
almost anything?
No, I did feel, but instead of 100%, it was 40, 60. It was just, instead of doing that way, so it's so nice. So there is a chance that I will feel it, but weak, so weak. Because I had
The ants all over
feeling
your body.
sensation, unfeeling sensation. There is a text that you cannot feel. There is a text of, bunch of defects.
What is your message to readers, to viewers around the world from the first chapter, the first episode of the years that people didn't believe that you're sick, didn't diagnose the MS disease? What is your message to them today?
Parents, please believe your children when they're complaining about something. probably, of course, medical issue. And to my brothers and his patients, live your life, fuck yourself, making money. I don't know. You can even steal. It doesn't matter. But be fulfilled and happy inside of you. And there is no rules. Just do it. This is what I did. And I'm healthy.
Now we're going to talk about your unique decisions after the diagnosis of the MS disease.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you very much for this
Thank
first
you.
meeting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.